Okay, good evening everyone. Welcome to Extra Time, the escXtra post-rehearsal chat show. It's been a long old day again here in Yerevan, but we're equally as relaxed and ready to talk about what we've seen today with a couple of new guests. Well, one old guest, one new guest. First of all, we have Liam Clark, who is our escXtra editor.
Hello.
Who's got his accreditation the wrong way around. And our guest today, who's just got off a plane. He's been in Armenia now for about 22 hours.
About that, yes, and 21 hours awake.
21 hours awake, and we're going to say hello, Internet, to Ewan Spence.
Yes. Hello, escXtra viewers. You might recognise me from such websites as twitter.com/Ewan and ESC Insight.
Right, and we'll be right back after this commercial. Chihuahua.
I'm not sure what just happened then.
So, moving on from
the commercials.
There's a great link there, Ewan, into Russia, who kicked off the day. You've obviously not seen the first rehearsal, so what was your first impression of watching Russia today?
I think they have the same choreographer as they had in Dusseldorf, because you know we have a pattern on the jackets, not with lights this time, just with paint, so everything's going to go fine. It struck me as a very composed performance from Katya. Obviously, she's got an experienced head there. She's been through this routine before. I think this was more just a sort of, we'll walk through, we'll check that I can hit the marks. We didn't actually see a performance here today. I think what we saw was I think, one of the few genuine rehearsals, as opposed to somebody going a rehearse and a tryout and let's see what works. I think they've already decided we have what we have, that's what we're doing.
And a good opener, Liam.
Yeah, definitely. It's by far one of the strongest in the first half of the contest, and it's very, very, very polished.
Yeah. Diva feel from her?
Oh, definitely. I mean, anyone who's watched it sees that strut she does right up to the camera, and then sort of the hip pose. She knows exactly what she's doing, and yeah, total diva.
You interviewed her earlier.
I did.
What was she like?
Controlled but lovely. She was, yeah, none of it seemed really genuine, but she was still pleasant to talk to. She gives good interview.
Right, next on we had the hilariously titled Moondog, Ewan. What is a moondog for you?
A moondog for me is not something that you put on a website that doesn't end in .xxx. And extra is too short. Moondog it's a delightfully subdued piece. I think it's one of those that sort of clear the palate numbers. Some people love that moment of just, let's just enjoy this. Some people are just like, would you please just get to the bangs, the crashes and the glitter and everything else. It will divide opinion. What I find interesting is that the opinion of adults is a huge contrast to that of the young people that I've been working with, Junior Jukebox Jury, back on escinsight.com.
Yeah, so you did these jukebox juries that are available to listen to on escinsight.com. What was the reaction then to this compared to a Russia, for example?
This was, nobody liked Russia. They just didn't go for Russia. They found it fake. Whereas this one, it was, they really appreciated the lyrics and the presentation. We were looking at the studio versions to hesitate to add, so there's probably some post-production processing in there. But you know, I think all in all, the kids liked the ballads more than I think adults think kids like ballads.
Right. Liam, your moondog?
Again, I spoke to Amanda earlier today, and she explained what moondog is, as you can see on the interview. I've got a plug too, and it's actually a really nice story. It's about lost pets and and it's based on a children's story.
Yes.
Still, it's nice. And coming into this, I didn't like it so much, but after seeing it in rehearsals a heap of times, I really, really like this song now.
Definitely something about it, isn't there? And we move on now to Moldova, which you won possibly the award for the most bizarre prop.
I don't think it's bizarre. I mean, I think scooters are a thing that you see around Europe. They're not the sort of thing that you would normally expect to see on stage at Eurovision. But if we look back at the great pantheon of props that have been used on stage, a scooter's not that bad. I mean, obviously, we got to remember France 4 years ago in adult Eurovision,
the golf buggy in
with the golf buggies and the lunar eclipse in the background and the beards and everything. No.
Yes, but he actually drove the golf buggy.
Well, he didn't actually
that
drive
was
the
that
golf
was
buggy.
an entrance.
It's actually a Scalextrics buggy. There was a little track cut in. That's why there isn't one of those. You know, how everybody else had the camera that shot round the front of the stage. Sebastian didn't have that
Because he was using it.
because he used it for his buggy. Because he doesn't have a driving license. He doesn't drive.
And the Serbian authorities refused to let him drive on the stage.
You can't if you don't have a license. You can't drive.
I don't know if you people are lying to me or not.
Sebastian Tellier does not have a driving license. He's just one of these diva things.
Just
okay?
to claw it back from, I don't know how we got from Moldova to Sebastian Tellier.
You asked about stupid props on stage. Where else was I going to go but France?
But Liam, you also spoke to...
Actually-
stupid props, let's go to France. You interviewed her. Did she talk about the motorbike?
Actually,
Scooter.
interviewed her, and I don't think she did. The only thing I really remember is her discussing which countries she liked, and where everyone gives like these diplomatic answers. She was like, "I like Belgium, I like Netherlands, I like Sweden," and that was it. She's very, very confident, and she knows what she means to say.
Okay, now someone that knows also what she means to say, because she's welcoming us to Armenia, is Dalita. Now, she says all planes are going to Zvartnos Airport. You were at Zvartnos Airport not long ago,
And
Ewan.
a lovely airport it is too. It reminded me very much of London City. It's nice and compact, and it gets you where you need to go very quickly, which is out of the airport and into the city. Welcome to Armenia would be great in the Swiss national finals next week.
Sung by Lissasia.
No, because yes, we're not talking about the Tommy Cooper tribute show just yet. The great thing about the Swiss national finals is they're taking 3-minute songs, and you're only allowed to present 2 minutes of them. If Welcome to Armenia was 2 minutes long, kept most of the ethnic bits in which the kids and jukebox jury loved, and got rid of a little bit of the repetitive cliche scoochiness of it, I think they'd have a wonderful song. As it is, it's a song that outstays its welcome by about a minute.
Okay. Liam?
I personally love that song.
Yeah, you just want to go home, don't you?
What?
You just want to go home and be able to leave Armenia.
No, why would I love a song called Welcome to Armenia if I wanted to leave? I think it's really, really fun. I will say that I hated Scooch, but I think this has the childlike innocence.
Luke, did you like Scooch?
No.
3 for 3.
I mean, but that seems to be everyone's issue with this, that it's Scooch too. But it's kids. They're just playing dress-ups, whereas Scooch was just inappropriate.
Right, well, moving swiftly on, because the BBC have occasionally accredited me, and I do not want to damage anything by talking about their previous songs. Bulgaria, superhero, Ivan Ivanov.
What
So
a
good
voice.
they named him
That's-
twice.
I'm sorry. I mean, a name like that has to be either the greatest moment in naming history, or Sacha Baron Cohen is lurking somewhere with this Eurovision film. Because this, if Junior Eurovision had been around in the 70s, I think this would have won. It just feels dated.
Did they say na 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 hey hey in the 70s?
No, they didn't come into Banana Ram and the Fun Boy 3 album.
Well, another ballad then is Lithuania. We'll come to you first on this one, Liam, as you've got the yellow mic, which is most representative of the Lithuanians. Are you a Paulina fan?
I am a Paulina fan. That girl loves the camera, and the camera loves her, as was mentioned earlier by someone. She just looks like she's having the best time, and that sort of genuine happiness is infectious. Like it's kids Eurovision, and when you see a kid having a good time doing what they're doing, not a forced good time a la Russia, like a legitimate fun time, you're just happy for her, and that's just improves the mood of the song so much.
And I also think we have to remember that Junior Eurovision, more so than Adult Eurovision, is all about the TV time. Adult Eurovision, there's more of an appetite before the contest for people to look up the videos. You don't have that in Junior. It's you will see it on the night, you'll get one shot, you're looking at what you see on the TV screen. And that personality that she captures, she is probably like the top 3 out of the performers here that can really push themselves down the camera into the living rooms around Europe, and that's what will win the contest. She has a strong song. It's not a brilliant song, but
it's cute, it's
but
simple.
she's a great modifier on that song herself.
And a hit with the kids on your jukebox juries as well.
Yes, it was just like, and again, that was vocal only. So when you throw on the ability to work the camera, I think.
Did they see what she looked like or
No,
anything? So
just a song. So she's in a very strong position so far.
Okay, and the last one we had was Ukraine, who have decided to sing a bit of it in English, haven't they? We've got that hilarious moment where she goes for a 3-syllable part of the song and has only got Europe.
Yes, and this I think is weird because I was still under the apprehension that we had the language rule in Junior Eurovision.
25%.
It's 25. See, and
I don't think that's 25%. I think that Moldova and Ukraine are both pushing that.
Yeah.
well, they can probably average it over 3 years or something. I know. The problem, as you said there, is you have a song that was incredibly well structured with a 3-syllable chorus going to a 2-syllable, and it just does not work. I mean, the video for this is spectacular. It's a strange mix of Linkin Park and Guys and Dolls, but they've got it wrong in the studio when they're doing the remix, putting the English version in. It's a fail, unfortunately, because of the tinkering.
But you're a fan, Liam, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
No? Oh,
no, I think
you
it's a bit of a mess. I mean,
Now, did you think it was a bit of a mess when it was all in Ukrainian?
yes. I think the song, that bit before the chorus where they sing, 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 it just is like bam, 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 and then the chorus doesn't
live up to it.
Yeah, it just goes back to where it was. It's like
it struggles to do it when you have 1, 2, 3 syllables. When you've got
Yeah.
1, 2.
See, I don't have an issue with that so much. I just find that they're trying to make it snappy, but they're not following it up.
I think Ukraine actually has one big problem in it, and that is it has a cursed prop.
Right, the boxes.
The boxes, because the last time we saw those boxes on stage, they were used by Josh Dubovy.
Josh Dubovy's boxes.
And
yes.
they've been brought back out again. They have the same dance routine, they have the same lift on, and you know, Josh couldn't work those boxes, and unfortunately Crystal can't either.
Well, there we go. Josh Dubovy, if you're sitting in Thurrock watching this, your boxes have found a new home. Now, we had a little bit of gossip today. Macedonia...
Can we not talk about that? Can we move on to the Macedonia thing instead?
The Macedonians... yesterday you may have seen the rehearsal clip. Dorian's vocals were struggling, shall we say. It has been confirmed that he is basically losing his voice, and they're having to rework it. So the first rehearsal tomorrow, definitely worth watching for Macedonia. We're going to get a newly worked version of the song, but Liam...
Well,
I feel for the guy.
It's not he's losing his voice, it's his voice is breaking.
Well, yeah.
He's
losing his child voice.
It's puberty.
And they also have to work on it. They cannot change the backing track now. They're stuck with the backing track they have, so they have... It's like one of these challenges you get on Top Gear or something. You're stuck with what you got. They have to literally work around the lead vocals only.
Yeah. So it's a shame for the guy, but hopefully nothing too bad.
And he's such a nice kid. He... By far one of the most charming kids we've spoken to, and just seems genuinely happy to be here.
Well, they are the first rehearsal tomorrow. We will go from Macedonia all the way through to the end, which will be Belgium and Femke with Kishimir. That is just about all we have time for this evening's post-rehearsal analysis. Thank you to Liam.
No worries.
Who had no choice about being here. Thank you to Ewan, who did have a choice about being here.
Also, you don't have the pictures.
Well... we'll see about that one. We'll see about that one next May, shall we?
Oh, that's my line, but the camera's not on me. How can I do that line? Line's on me now. Yes, we'll see about that in May. escInsight.com.
Thank you very much, Ian, for your time. Thank you for our lovely audience that's been sitting here enthusiastically watching. This was Extra Time for now. We'll be back tomorrow with some more analysis. Good night, Europe.